I want some good interaction here, so.
I would say Ketu.
Is the most malefic, you think?
Ketu is more malefic than Rahu.
But for killing.
Would you say that Mercury indicates bodyguards?
K2 indicates bodyguards.
Ketu.
Yeah, definitely. Where do bodyguards normally stand? Guards and generals.
Mercury's there as well as in
Yeah, but that's how the person dies. This has nothing to do with how they die. It's purely timing. It's purely when is the prana. For her to be shot, there had to be a weakness in her. It's for somebody who does puja every day, somebody who, whatever they do, where's your protection gone? How is there a vulnerable spot that comes up where somebody can kill you? Why wasn't somebody else around that was able to protect her or see what was happening? Why didn't somebody catch that these bodyguards were up to something funny? She entered a period of her life where the protection was weakened. And so what we're looking at is when is the weakness in the pranas? When is the vulnerable spot that death can get you? You know, all these negative things are coming, but when is that spot that the weakness is there?
I'm sorry if I was spacing out, but
Yeah.
in terms of, you said the house, the signification, whatever, have to be afflicted
Mhm.
to cause a transformation or an end of that house.
Yeah.
So do you consider the transit of K2 as a
Not that much for death.
for cutting things off?
Not too much.
It is kind of like renouncing you from whatever it is
Mm-hmm.
that you don't really consider enough.
Not too much. I haven't seen it to be something that's really murdering. Rahu is definitely a little bit more murdering than K2.
Because K2 was transiting her.
Mm-hmm. But it is, depending on which exaltations and debilitations you use, it is debilitated.
But wouldn't
And
you use the Ayush one?
you can use both. And aspects, nothing from Saturn,
There's no change.
no change. So the thing is, if you did take this to be the most malefic, then your calculation would be the same. If you had taken this to be the most malefic, then your calculation would have gone wrong. So, because from here, trines, the most evil trine from here, I would pick as this house. And then you would have gone wrong.
And then you've got
And you know, and what happens is, if you pick this house and the death ended up being 3rd or 11th from it, then you know you picked the wrong one. If you're 2 months off from when you predicted the death, then you know you picked the wrong one.
Now, I've lost you on that one.
Could you follow through on that? If that were the house, could you follow through?
If that were the root of the 8,
Yes.
okay,
If the Mrityupada was here and not the Rahu Mrityupada.
okay,
Okay. Then the trines would have been here. And she died when the sun was transiting Libra.
oh,
Okay, so you're in the 11th house from when you predict it. Yeah. Or if it was a different trine, then it would have been here. And it would have been the 3rd house from where you predict it. So in this way, if your prediction goes wrong and it's 2 months off, you know what your mistake was.
So why
what is the mistake? We picked the wrong root.
Yeah, why is Ketu more malefic than, why is Gemini more malefic than Saturn?
I'm not. I went Mrityupada in Libra. I went by the Rahu Mrityupada myself. Because its Lord is Maranakarkasthana, and we're talking about Mrityupada, which is going to be the more powerful to kill.
Right. So that to you of those.
That to me is, but that's not a standard rule. That's not one of Jaimini's main rules, but
You choose the pada whose lord is stronger. So
stronger to kill. Don't use the word stronger. It's stronger to kill. The Lord who's stronger to kill. The most afflicted one is the strongest.
even in that, so that's Gemini's 8th.
That's Gemini's 4th rule of strength. Yes.
But even in Gemini's 4th order, isn't the first rule of it that a planet with more grahas is higher in the hierarchy hierarchy, even for the
But if
first
it's a
biggest.
benefit graha, then it doesn't count. You take the fourth rule as primary for this calculation.
Well, I don't have my K behind.
So it turns out to be Gemini, K2,
No, it's more planets, it's not more,
is actually the strongest. Is
More-
that
more
what you're,
planets
is
is
that
the
your
first.
argument?
The key is the strongest to kill. If there's more planets there, then some of them could be benefics, some of them could be malefics. So it doesn't really work for our calculation. It's the fourth rule of strength. It's the one that has the strongest, it's the one that's the strongest to kill.
So
It's the
answer
most
is
malefic.
K2 in Gemini. Is
So-
that right?
My answer was Libra.
Rahu.
My answer was the Rahu. Use Rahu to calculate the Mrityupada because the Libra Mrityupada is the most murdering. It says murder on it right there already. Venus is Marna Karka. Marna means killing. So you know what Karka, significating. Sthana is place. So it's the place of killing. It's the place that significates killing. So if I have a choice between a house that's ruled, whose lord is significating the place of killing, versus the sixth house that has Venus in it, I picked the place that's significating killing.
Yes.
That's
House is
Marna
the-
Karka Sthana.
Now, is
The
it-
sixth
Marna is
house
killing.
the
Is
place
it
of
killing
killing.
rather than
Doesn't even
death?
have
It's the place of enemies. It's not killing.
You put Venus being there.
That's the
Means
Monica.
Killing, not death.
Yeah.
We'll do 2 more charts, and then we'll go back.
One is an active thing.
Okay, so we have Gandhi. So, Mrityupada. We only have one this time, thank God.
So walk us through the whole thing. till we get it.
Mrityupada calculation. Jim, you want to calculate the Mrityupada?
Okay, number 2,
To do what? The stronger to kill.
stronger to kill.
Say it so you don't get confused, because Jupiter will make it stronger,
Good.
but not for our purposes.
I got you.
For our purposes, it's actually the weakest one. That's why we want to say stronger to kill. The one that's most afflicted, the most weak.
Okay, I got you. So we got to determine which of these, Virgo or Pisces, is the weaker or most afflicted.
Mm-hmm.
Sun in the 12th.
That's a Marana Karakastana,
Marna Karkastana planet.
Sun.
so that's bad.
I'd take it as pretty bad.
So we would then find trines from Virgo. to find out
Okay.
what the
We got K2 in the 4th.
five, so K2, we think that Capricorn, so we vote for Capricorn.
You're going to vote for Capricorn. Do we have any other votes? I can't. I did this so long ago, I don't even remember what it is. So I'm going to go